Magnesium glycinate might be the one supplement most women over 50 are taking wrong. If you're taking it and you're still wired but tired, still cramping, not sleeping, you might be making one of three mistakes. As a nurse who's lived this, I'll show you what it really does, the three mistakes that waste it, and the one thing to check before your next dose. Just because your labs are normal doesn't mean your magnesium is. You're doing all of the things. You cut back on sugar, you're trying to wind down at night. Maybe you even started magnesium because a friend or podcast told you to, and your body still won't settle. So let me say this plainly. This isn't you failing at rest, and your magnesium probably isn't useless. It's most likely the wrong form, taken at the wrong time, in the wrong amount. Get these three things right, and this cheap little mineral can shift how you sleep, how your gut moves, and how calm you feel in your own skin. And the third mistake is the one that quietly cancels out the first two, and hardly anybody talks about it. So let's start with what magnesium glycinate actually does. Because once you get that, the mistakes make sense. Magnesium is a mineral that your body leans on for hundreds of small jobs, from calming your nerves to steadying your blood sugar and helping tight muscles relax. And a lot of women over 50 are running low without even a clue. Chronic stress burns through it. Thyroid and autoimmune conditions burn through it. If your gut isn't absorbing well, which happens all the time with Hashimoto's and other autoimmune issues, you can eat a clean diet and still come up short. Your blood work may say that you're fine because a standard blood test barely reflects what's going on deep in your cells. This is magnesium attached to glycine, a calming amino acid. That little pairing is gentle on your stomach and it helps carry the magnesium towards your nervous system, right where so many of us need it. So, for a lot of women, it means deeper sleep, fewer night cramps, steadier blood sugar, and a gut that finally moves on its own. Which brings me to where it goes sideways. Mistake number one is taking the wrong form. Walk down any store aisle, and most of what you'll reach for is magnesium oxide or magnesium citrate. Magnesium oxide barely absorbs in your gut, so you're mostly buying a pill that passes right through you. Magnesium citrate pulls water into your bowel, which is what can loosen your bowels up and cause diarrhea and leave you gassy and running to the bathroom quite a bit. And it does very little for your sleep. Magnesium glycinate is the form that most people in our shoes actually want because it absorbs well and it calms you instead of stripping you out. Quality counts too. You want a clean product that's truly magnesium glycinate, fully bound without a pile of fillers, and third party tested so you know what's really in the bottle and the pills you're taking. The one magnesium glycinate that I use and I keep for myself is pure magnesium glycinate. And I'll drop that link in the description below if you want to check it out. It's the exact one that I use. And I do want to be straight with you though. Supplements aren't a one size fits all. So if you have kidney problems, if you take medications, or you've got thyroid or other autoimmune conditions like I do, please run it past your provider or a pharmacist first. And here's the good news. Once you switch to a well absorbed magnesium glycinate, a lot of us feel a difference within a week or two, especially at night. But the form is only the first piece because you can buy the perfect bottle and still get almost nothing out of it if you get the next part wrong. Mistake number two is the wrong timing. So many women take their magnesium first thing in the morning, tucked in with the rest of their vitamins and medications. And then we wonder why our sleep never budged. So, magnesium glycinate does its best work at night. Taken about an hour or two before you go to bed, it helps your body ease out of go mode and into rest. I like to call it building a landing strip for sleep. You're giving your nervous system a runway to come down instead of crashing. This is the piece I needed most for years. I was bone tired and still wide awake at 2 a.m. My brain was flipping through everything I'd gone through during the day. I was wired but tired night after night. Moving my magnesium to the evening was one of the small things that finally helped me to settle down and go to sleep. I've leaned on nervous system support for a couple of years now, and magnesium at night is one of the simplest, cheapest, easiest pieces of it. Not a magic fix by any means, it's just that steady support. Now, if your cramps or your anxiety hit more during the daytime, a smaller dose earlier can help you there too. Take it at a different time from a calcium supplement if you take one, because those two can compete for the same doors into your cells. A small change can make a real difference. Okay, this next one is a mistake I wish someone had spelled out for me a long time ago because it's the one that quietly cancels out the first two. Mistake number three is the wrong dose and expecting magnesium to work all on its own. Two things go wrong here. First is the dose. Some women take a tiny amount, feel nothing, and then we give up. Others take a big scoop or more, a couple capsules, and feel groggy and loose and swear it just doesn't agree with them. Most adults do somewhere around 200 to 400 milligrams of actual magnesium in the evening. And the smart move is to start slow and work up slowly. That way, your body can tell you what dose it likes. But the part that matters even more is the thing to check before your next dose. Magnesium doesn't work in a vacuum. It has partners. It leans on vitamin D and vitamin B6 to do its job, and it works right alongside your other minerals. If your vitamin D is sitting very low, which is very common with autoimmune issues, your magnesium simply can't do everything it's meant to do. So, if you've been taking magnesium faithfully and feeling let down, it may not be the magnesium at all. It may be that it's missing its teammates. And this one really hits home for those of us with thyroid troubles. Your body needs magnesium to help turn your thyroid hormone into the active form you actually use. So when magnesium runs low, that tired, foggy, and cold feeling can hang on no matter what your prescription for thyroid says. There's a quieter win too. Steady magnesium can help your body handle blood sugar a little better, which matters for any of us fighting insulin resistance and that stubborn weight around the middle. Your body will often whisper at you before it screams at you. And low magnesium is one of those whispers that most of us miss. This is exactly why I keep saying to think in patterns, not one magic bullet. Your body runs on a whole system, and a system doesn't get fixed by one lonely pill. If you want help seeing that whole pattern instead of guessing supplement by supplement, that's actually why I put together my free autoimmune relief and energy workbook. It walks you through the common root cause pieces: sleep, gut, nervous system, and the nutrients that tend to run low in women like us. So you can stop throwing random pills at the wall. It's free, and I've linked it in the description below. That trap right there is the one I see the most. A woman hears about one nutrient and pins all of her hope on it, takes it in the wrong form at the wrong time for 2 or 3 weeks, and decides her body is broken and it's not working. It's not. I've been on both sides of this in the exam room as a nurse and as a patient. And I spent more than 20 years being told that everything looked normal. I'd really love to hear from you in the comments below. What does your body fight you on the most at night? The racing mind, the cramps in your muscles, or the gut that just won't cooperate? If this video helped you connect the dots, tap like and subscribe so another person can find it and share it with someone who's been told their labs are normal, but still knows that something's off. So now you know that magnesium glycate does its best work at night. And that's only one lever. The real reason you're still wired at 2 a.m. with your heart racing, a brain that won't quit, is the stress hormone sitting underneath it all. There are a handful of simple, natural ways to bring that hormone down. And a couple of them surprised me, even after years of living this as a nurse. I walk through all six of them, the ones that actually move the needle for me, in the video right here. Watch that next, and the calm your magnesium's been reaching for will finally have somewhere to land. Remember, your body isn't broken, it's burdened. And when you understand those burdens, you can finally begin supporting your body in the way that it's needed all along. Please take care of yourself because you deserve to feel better. And remember, we're all in this together. I'll see you in the next one.